a custom chatbot utilizing Dialogflow CX. And the first step that you're going to need to do is sign up for Google Cloud. If you don't have a Google Cloud account, you're not going to be able to do this. So navigate over to Google Cloud, make sure you have an account. Once you are on the dashboard, where you're going to have to go is you want to slide up here and you want to create a new resource or new project. So create a new project. We're going to call this Chatbot YouTube. And we're going to go ahead and create. And you can see up here that it is creating the project. All right, now it's done. You can select a project, which is going to change the resource from the previous resource. So select project. Now you can see at the top, it changed over to Chatbot YouTube. This is what you want to see. Make sure that after you create a new project, that it is displayed up here. And you can just click the sidebar and you can be able to select the project that you just have. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to have to choose whether you want to use a URL or you want to use a document. In this instance, I'm going to use a document, which is going to have everything about my business in it. So I own a cannabis delivery service here in Connecticut. So I developed this chatbot in order to be able to embed in our website. So when customers went onto our website, they would obviously have all of the information that they needed to be able to order a cannabis delivery. And answer any questions that they had with regards to ordering cannabis delivery. So as you can see here, you can do a simple Google Docs. What you're going to want to do is you want to pay attention to how this document is structured, because how this document is structured is going to dictate how the chatbot communicates to the user asking the question on your website. So if you can see here, basically I have some titles about Cannabis Connection Delivery Service, company overview. Cannabis Connection Delivery Service is a state licensed third-party cannabis delivery service operating throughout Connecticut. We serve both medical and recreational cannabis to qualified Connecticut residents. It's going to be able to tell you what days that we're open, where we deliver, where we're not allowed to deliver, basic requirements of the service, our delivery hours, delivery fees and delivery areas, because we deliver to different areas based on the fee. I created two separate entries, one of which shows the town that we deliver to, and then another one shows the actual zip code. So you got to try to think a little bit when you're doing these documents, because if someone went to your website, they says, okay, do you deliver in Bridgeport? Yes, we deliver in Bridgeport. And the chatbot would relay that the fee was $10, and yes, we deliver to that area. Now, if someone were to input the zip code of Bridgeport, 06610, that is something that necessarily wouldn't come up. Because there's nothing inside of the document that would allow the chatbot to be able to give that type of response. So you want to be very thorough in what you're putting into this document, and you want to think about it from a customer standpoint as to what questions are going to be asked and how you would want those questions to be answered. So as you see here, I have that. Our Cannabis Connection, we also have a rewards program where people every time they order a delivery, they get a credit into their account, which allows them to be able to get a free product once they hit a certain amount of credits. So we have that outlining here in the credit section. We're also going to include any type of customer support, product descriptions. We do deliver various cannabis products, and there is state laws as to how much you can order at any given time, and if you're medical or recreational. So we just put some key points in there with regards to the products that we deliver, just to be able to educate some people if they decide to go to our chatbot and ask some questions related to products. We also put here the ordering process. So this is definitely going to be very, very beneficial, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be able be wanting to ask, what is the delivery process, right? So we made sure to outline that, customer service policy, and I basically just at the end I put some FAQ questions basically. So Q&As. You can put the question and then go ahead and put the answer, and that's just going to give your chatbot, a little bit more substance when they are responding to your customers. So what I like to do is you can save this as a PDF, you can save it as a doc, you can save it as a text. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to save it as a text. I've had better luck with saving files as a text compared to PDF files at times, but it all should work in the same way. If it doesn't, drop a comment and I'll get to the bottom of it for you. All right, so now that you compiled your document, you've downloaded your document, you have the text file right here. What you're going to want to do is now you are going to navigate back to the cloud dashboard. All right, now that you're in your cloud dashboard, the next step is to go into, you're going to want to go to cloud storage right here. So you want to go to cloud storage. What you're going to do is you're going to create a bucket right here. The bucket is going to contain the document that you want the chatbot to review and issue answers about. So we'll give the bucket a name. Let's just say YT chatbot. We're going to go ahead and create it and go ahead and confirm this. Just leave it enforce public access prevention on this bucket. Confirm. All right, now that you've created the bucket, what we need to do now is we need to create a folder within the bucket. So if you see here, the bucket's called YT Chatbot. We're going to go ahead and create a folder. The name of the folder is going to be information. All right, so now that we created a folder within the bucket, what we are going to do is we are going to, select that bucket, select the file that you just created, information, the folder. So now what you're going to be able to do is you're going to see this down here where it says upload files. This is where you're going to upload the file that you just downloaded, the text document. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to downloads, recent, I'm not seeing it in there. Let's go to my downloads and just drag and drop it from there. All right, so now you can see the bucket YT Chatbot has a folder, information in it. Inside of the folder information, there's a document called Chatbot YT. This is what we need. So now you're going to click on the document. Everything looks good in the document right now. So we're going to go back. We are going to navigate back to the search bar. We're going to type in agent builder. Agent builder. This is what you're going to want to click on. Now it's going to ask you for this approval to activate the API. Click that. Continue to activate the API. It does take a second at times. All right, so now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create an app. what you're going to want to do, select chat over here, on the right-hand side. If this pops up, Dialogflow API, you're going to want to enable this API before you start, which you're going to allow the chatbot to communicate with Dialogflow. All right, so company name, just do CC. Agent name, the agent name is going to be the name of your chatbot. Do Cody YouTube chat. I'll just do YouTube chat, it's all good. So you're gonna want to do multi-region, and then you're gonna want to click global, continue. All right, so now you're gonna want to create a data store. So this is the section where you can choose where you obtain the information that your chatbot utilizes to issue the answers to your users or to yourself. You can use website content, you can input a URL, you can do cloud storage, and you can import via API. For the purpose of this, we did not do a URL, we did cloud storage and from the document that we had created. So we're gonna go ahead and select cloud storage. You're gonna keep this unstructured documents. So as I said, you can have the document formatted in different formats. We just so happen to use text, but keep it unstructured unless you're feeding it, another type of document here, which then you would slide back over here. The agent name, as you see on that, the agent name was. What we're gonna want to do is we're gonna go to File. We're just gonna do browse. YT chatbot. Then we're gonna go to information, chat. And then you're going to see the chatbot yt.txt. This is what we put in the bucket that we initially created. So you're going to want to select that file. You're going to do select, and you're going to hit continue. And then the data store name, we're just going to do cc in cc information. We're going to go ahead and create. We get document processing. Oh, we're good. So go and hit create for now. All right, so now you're gonna be left on this screen. What you're gonna need to do is you need to click this button right here, right? Which is gonna create the data store. Create the data store. All right, so this is the section where we'll see the document that we're attempting to upload into the data store is uploaded. So if you can see right here, number of documents says 0. All right, you're gonna have to wait until it says 1. Now, as you can see, we have an import in progress. There are no errors yet. Hopefully there's not going to be. But when the document is completely done uploading, what's going to happen is this is going to turn to 1, and it should say number of documents 1. And you can keep an eye on it in the activity section, but you can also go over to the document section. You can just keep on hitting the refresh button a couple times until it's populated. The activity, sometimes it does take a little while in order to be able to do this. What I also generally do is the document parsing. I would go over to process and config. What I would do is default document parser. We're going to change that to digital parser, and we're just going to submit that. All right, that's good. Back to activity. And still processing. So without the document being inside of the data store, the chatbot is not going to render any type of response that we're looking for because it doesn't have the document to do this yet. So refresh, done uploading number of documents, number 1. You can click activity, which says import completed, no errors, number 1, perfect. All right, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to navigate over here into apps. You're going to want to click your app, YouTube chat. It's going to open up Dialogflow CX. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into manage. You're going to want to go to integrations. You're going to want to go to Dialogflow Messenger. Click manage. You're going to say try it now. Which you're going to see this little chatbot pop up. All right. So YouTube chat. Hello. Hey, it's Cody. Do you have any questions? How do I order? There you go. So now I'm going to say, okay. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm going to say no. And then it responded yes. Generally, if someone asks you, is there anything I can help you with? And you said no, you would most likely say, well, I hope you have a great day. If you have any other questions, please email us at your email and or navigate back to the chat if you have any further questions. So there's something that we have to fix in this. So what we're going to do is we're going to say done for now. We're going to go back to the build tab. We're going to click the start page. What this is going to do is it's going to allow us to change our intents. Intent is going to be what the intention of the user. Is it the user's intention to, is it the welcome? Is it their intent that they just got their answer and they're going to leave the chat? Like, what's the intent going to be? So we're going to start with the default intent, which is right here. Hey, it's Cody. Do you have any questions? Right. So you can delete these. Well, you know, we'll go into there again. We'll say, all right, hey, it's Cody. Do you have any questions? We're going to go to add. Hey, can I help? Hey, can I help you with anything, right? So then we're going to save those. All right, cool. The default welcome intent is going to be there initially, so you shouldn't have to worry about that unless you want to do a custom welcome intent. None of the other routes are going to be there too. End conversation will not be there. I had added it already, but I'm going to walk you through all of the intents that you need in order to, you know, have a pretty good chatbot that's going to recognize when user starts a conversation, is in the middle of the conversation, is ending a conversation, and the chatbot's going to know how to respond to those different you know, parts of the conversation. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to add a follow-up. So let's add a route. Let's go into the intent. Let's go to new intent, label, follow-up. This intent is to follow up with a user question. All right, so do you have any other questions? Can I help with anything else? All right, so can I help with anything else? Do you have any other questions? It's going to be our follow-up. We're going to go and save that. We're going to go here. We're going to click the end conversation. The end conversation. So what we're going to do now is If something by. If you have any other questions, email us at hello@cannabiscon.com. We're going to go ahead and add that. We're going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to do another intent. This intent's new intent. We're going to do end chat. We're going to go to add. We're just going to do no, yes, guess, thank you. We're going to go to save. And we're going to go back into manage. We're going to slide into integrations. We're going to go down to manage. We're going to do try it now. Hello. Hello. How do I order? And there you go. So I asked, how do you order? Told me how I need to go on and order, right? Then after that, I said, okay. Chatbot asked, is there anything else I can help you with? I said no. And then the chatbot responded, thanks for stopping by. If you have any other questions, email us at hello@cannabiscon.com. Thank you. You're welcome, right? So that's how you're going to do it. I mean, you're going to have to mess around a little bit with the settings. You're going to have to adjust your document. After you start asking questions into the chat, you're going to see how it responds. And you're going to say, wow, I don't like that. Well, you're going to have to go and edit the document if it's something that you don't like. Remember that you have to go and include those additional intentions, or the chatbot just won't interact with your users in the way that it should. If you have any questions about setup or anything like that, drop a comment, drop an email. I'll get back to you guys. Don't worry about that. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope it helps someone to be able to put a chatbot on their website, or utilize a chatbot for whatever you would like to use this chatbot for. You can literally just feed it a bunch of documents about the election, for example, and then you can just basically just interact with your chatbot, asking different questions as you wish. Don't forget, this code here on the left-hand side is the code that you will need to embed into your website in order for this little chat icon to pop up on your website. Thanks for watching.